Hello and welcome to the Build with Baer Workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to assemble a jigsaw puzzle, and I'm also here to hang out with all of you. And I'm going to start things off by throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, the Tier 2 Blue emote into chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you are not yet a subscriber, you can say hi. You can use other people's emotes if you feel like being a lurker. You can go ahead and lurk. That's also okay. Lashbrook is here. Hello, Lashbrook. Let me just get adjusted here. Let me get comfortable. I don't know why I'm not as comfortable as I should be. But yes, welcome, Lashbrook. Happy to have you here. Welcome to Lord Crashington, who says, hey, Pat. Hey to you. It is a Thursday, and we're going to work on this here cool-looking thing. We've been working on the Magic the Gathering Legendary Creatures Jigsaw Puzzle. And I have less than 100 pieces left to place, and we're going to do some of that now. Let's go to the overhead camera. You can see here, there it is, looking real good. All of our many puzzle pieces here. We're missing a little bit of the top row, but that's okay, because that way you can see this. It's the only way I can get this to work here. Lord Crash says, we hit 80 degrees today, which I'm not enjoying in April. Yeah, we're in the 70s. We still haven't turned the air conditioning on in this house, which is mostly affecting me as the one with all of the bright lights that gets turned on for streams. But I got the window open. Fingers crossed that's going to help us out. So the goal for tonight certainly is to place any pieces like here and here and like here. Get these two in. Get this in if we can find it. Fill these parts out. The person with all the heat generating machines in a closed room. Yes, Lord Crashington. Besides the, so in this room, I've got a light pointed at me that only stays on when I stream. I've got a, brighter bulbs that I put in my lamps that normally aren't this bright, but are bright for the stream so they can, reflect on here. On my Tuesday streams, I don't have those being bright, which is excellent. And then I have a computer kicking off 3 monitors, and then the door closed and the windows open. That's the best I can do. We're just doing our best out here. Just do the best we can with what we've got. Currently we are at 25 subscribers. The goal is to get to 40. I shut up about having subscribers at 40, about how many I have. So let's do some of this, right? I've got a bunch of pieces over here. So this would be somewhere in the center. I've got my guide here. This has a bit of a red frame on it. So I'm thinking, yeah, this goes over here. And so that would be here. Yes, and it's got a little bit of the piece of this card. So that goes there. Great. And we have this here, and then there'll be a piece that connects these that is part of the arm. Okay, this is not part of Uriel, so that must be part of Emil, the Blessed, right? So that would go like this. No. It would go like this. Yes. Awesome. Excuse me. Pardon me. Is this part of Uriel? Yes. Yes. Okay. Awesome. Where do you go? Which cards here have red border? This is a red border, so I don't think you go like that, though. No. That has a red border. That has a red border. That has a red border. This has a red border. Do you go in along here? No. Because we need the name of a card, so it would go above name. Is it here? No. It's here. It's here. One of our stragglers. We now only have one straggler piece because this piece is now connected to this. Awesome. Great. I think these two pieces are part of Rurik. And here's how I think. One, because they don't look like they're part of the guy, so they would be part of Thar the Unbowed. Look at this. So I don't think you're going to be able to see this. I'll try to do this so you can see it. And I think the lights are going to make that hard. But this piece has a very fine, tiny amount of red in it. So I think that piece goes here, which would mean that this piece, which has a little bit of green in it, and the border would go here. Okay. Now, where do you go? At this point, I'm just kind of looking at the cards that haven't been filled in, because then we have to do the center guy, which is probably the hardest part. So it's like, this card's been filled in. This card, yeah, here. There's the guy. The guy is here. In this area. Is this, ooh, wait, ooh, oh. It's part of the guy's head right there. It goes right there. I would love to find this piece for Ulamog. I think I have some pieces that have to go in here. I got to find those. I think... I'm so sorry. I did not have a cough earlier. This cough came out of nowhere. I was not coughing earlier. So we got to find this piece. We got to find this piece here, this piece here. The connecting pieces. We got to find this area here. And then we got to try to fill out the body, and we'll just do our damn best. Because the body goes up like this, and up like that, and then he's there, and all that. Oh, wait. Got green in the corner and the bottom of a card. So that would go here. We've now completed most of the cards. I want to find this piece. This isn't all that I have left. This is all just the stuff that I think I can figure out by looking at it. Yeah. Excuse me. We got card information and then a border in between the cards. So I don't know where this goes. It could go here. No, it doesn't go there. Doesn't go here. Oh, it goes here. It goes right there. Look at that shit. It goes right there. It goes right there. Yeah. Oh, fuck. God damn it. I'm so mad. I literally was not coughing at all today. And then suddenly I'm coughing. Yeah, infuriating. It was fine. Well, all right. So it's going to sound bad. It's going to be annoying, but I'm going to put a cough drop in, and you'll hear me having a cough drop in my mouth. And we're just all going to have to deal with that because this cough is bumming me out. Went to my emergency cough drop. All right. This could be over in here. This could be over in here. Same thing with this piece, and this piece, and this piece, and all of these pieces right here could be here or over here. So let's find out. This is a card. So this, I think, would go here then. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay. We haven't looked at our guide here for a little while. Let's find a card that is a 0/0, and that'll tell us where this piece goes. So we're gonna look for. Okay, that's a 0/0 over there. That's not the 0/0 we want. I apologize for putting a cough drop in my mouth, but I already know. That's a 0/0. We need a 0/0 in the middle-ish. That's a 2/2. 5/4. We'll look at the other side. Okay. Minoplasm is a 0/0. So this piece, it goes here to finish off this, and then also help with that. Great. Okay. So now we have these left to figure out here. This is on purpose faded, and it is the bottom of a card, so it might be over in here. Like it might be this piece. Nope, that's not that piece. Okay, so it's not there. Maybe it goes here then? It does. It goes there. Great. Okay. Okay. Oh, that lives somewhere around here. We got to fill that in later. This would go like this or like here. Something like, oh, okay, it goes there. Great. This also might go here. No, doesn't go there. Do you go there? No. Do you go there? No. Do you go there? No. That doesn't go over there. Do you go? No, you don't go there either. I don't know where this goes. It's got this like diamond effect shape here, so it's like this one. There's a diamond kind of thing. So there's one here, one there. Maybe it's on the other side. Oh, there are two there. Like, I feel like this card goes around here somewhere, but I'm not seeing it. I don't know about this one yet. I'm putting it over here. This card piece. I don't know where it goes. This piece. Let's see if we can figure this one out by just looking around here. Go there? No. No, it doesn't go there. Wait, does this go over here? Yes. God damn it. That went there. Okay, so we got that done. This is not going to go anywhere around there because I need a different sharp piece to go there. This is not right. It's not going to go there either. No. I don't know where these go. And then this has a this is a 2-2. So it doesn't go there. And oh, it goes here. Okay, great. That goes there. So now we'll see if either of these fit around. Oh, that goes there. That goes there. This is the one I haven't been able to figure out where it goes. It doesn't go here. Doesn't go here. Doesn't go there. Doesn't go here or there or there. I don't know where you go. Because we got effects here and here. And the hand is right about here. On this side, effects there, effects there. Oh wait, I'm looking at this now. I was concerned about these. This is part of the guy here, I think. This is like, yeah, this is like literally right here. Something like that. Or like that. But this is part of the main guy's like body. So this goes somewhere around here. Below his chest. Okay. So that's not super helpful, but it's something. All right. Those are the quote-unquote easy ones. We still need some stuff over here. The hands, this area needs something going on. Main guy there. I should figure out where this piece goes. I should see if I can figure. Does that go there? No, it doesn't go there. What about this? Does that go there? No. Don't go there? No. Don't know yet. Let's see if I can figure this piece out. We've got it, so it's in between the two cards and red on one side, or it can go like that and be the other way. So we'll see if there is a piece of a card that is missing that has a red border, like over here or over here. And there's also this, which I don't know what this is. But I can, try to figure it out. There's a red border here. Are you part of this card? Is that an actual connection? Or does that just look like one? That is an actual connection. Okay. So then does this go like this? It does. Fuck yeah. Look at that. Okay. We got those connected. Great. That feels good because I was like, this has got to go somewhere. This card that we don't really see because of the arm is boarded there. Okay. God damn it. We got a tiny bit of red here, which might be the end of a card that was a red border. But I don't know. Very nondescript. Don't know if this is going to help me with anything. Put it over there. We just look at these. We're going to look at cards here and or jigsaw puzzle pieces and see if any of them fit in something easy. Like this. Nope. Nope. None of these stand out to me as being something I can figure out. Got some frame pieces here. Or pieces of... These aren't pieces of frame. These are pieces of probably his coat. So it's like, okay, well, can I figure that out? And the answer is probably no, not right now. We can put them together. Well, that went there. It was part of his eye. The little bit of red I saw was part of his eyeball, one of his eyeballs under his mask. So we're right there. Hell yeah. Now we've got his face as well. His face is there. That's cool. This is probably more coat, so we can put that over here. This is a little bit of card text, so it could be here. No, it's not there. It's not that. I believe this is the side of card text, so be fitting in like this. But I can't really read it, so where we go like that maybe? That? No. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Could be one of these pieces here. Not right off the bat, no. This is definitely... It's not a helmet piece. I would like to try to find this part of the helmet that goes right into the card. That would be nice if I could figure that out. I haven't figured that out right now. More probably part of his coat cards. Yeah, this is definitely part of the coat. We got a little bit of information about a card. This might be his helmet, but it also might be one of his pauldrons. Oh yeah, does that go here? It does. Great. That was one of his pauldrons. Great. Now we got more of the Sky Summoner. Excellent. This is part of his coat? Question mark? Like, is this part of the... Is this does that go there? It does go there. Fuck yeah. All right. I think that's going to be tonight's like theme, is me just being like excited that I figured out where a piece goes. As we try to slowly build this out. I think that's just going to be a lot of what happens tonight. As I'm finishing up my cough drop here. This is probably part of the coat. Yeah. Got a lot of these pieces to figure out. Nope, none of these are gonna help me out right away. They go over here. There are a few that I would love to try to like find and then, you know, build off there. But we'll see what we can do. I think we might be done with any semblance of easy. I truly believe everything at this point is going to be difficult. This might be this piece here? It is. Awesome. Great. You love that. Love to see it. And then this piece, does that go here? No. No, it doesn't. Does that go here? No. Does it go here? No. This is bright in a way that I thought would fit there, but it does not. It doesn't go over here either. I don't know where this goes, but there's only so many places it could because it is very bright looking. And then I'm just going to double check. I have done, yeah, I need to figure out the head here, the rest of the helmet, and then kind of fill in. No, you don't go there. I don't know where this goes either. Okay. It's part of the cloak. Oh, hell yeah. Had a little bit of green on it, so I was like, oh, I think that goes there. And it did. We'll take it. We'll take whatever we can get, folks. No, not yet. Okay. Slowly sorting through this stuff, trying to find anything that will help me out. Okay, this is definitely a part of the card here before it becomes part of the outfit. I don't know where this goes, but this has definitely got some card art or something. There's a little flag in the corner. I don't know what that means. We got a little bit of the line. Is this part of an arm? Yeah, this might be part of an arm. So it goes like here. Wait, no, that doesn't work. That almost works. It looks like it should work. Because I had it going the wrong way. It goes right there. Great. Yeah, that's part of that card art. Hell yeah. Okay. No, no, no. No, no. Nope. Okay. Let's see. Is there any news story stuff? Devolver had some layoffs. Unfortunately, it's been a while since we talked about some layoffs here. They have an internal studio called Nereal, and they have laid off 40% of their employees at Nereal. They are the people that made they're working on Reigns and the Crush House. They are like their best studio. They have been considered their best studio. They were acquired in 2021. And it looks like they're now at 11 employees. So they obviously they had more than that. This is not the first one in this area for Devolver. Apparently they are calling it restructuring, which of course they would call it restructuring and not decreasing the amount of people they have working. It's just a restructure, you know, figuring stuff out. All right, this is writing over card information. So it's going to go somewhere. I don't know where. I don't think that's right. It could be right, but I don't think it is. So we'll wait on that piece here. But yeah, it's a bummer. It's been a little while since we talked about any layoffs or anything like that. Should say, just to be clear, while we're talking about game industry stuff, if I had information that I could not share, I would not share it. That being said, I have no information about anything happening with Giant Bomb or in any capacity. So I cannot tell you anything. I do not want to speculate at all what's going on with them. I have no details. If I had information that was publicly available, we would talk about it. If I had information that was not publicly available, I most likely would not talk about it. So yeah, unfortunately, I cannot say anything about what's going on over there. People have tweeted there, or, people have posted. Some people are posting through it. But I don't have concrete information for you. I only have the speculation of people that follow and are some who are attempting to be internet detectives. And as I have said before, I have probably said this on this stream, that internet detectives have solved 0 cases. So when information is available about the fine folks at still working for Giant Bomb, then of course we'll talk about it. We always do. That piece goes there. Fuck yeah. All right. Okay, that made me feel good that we got something going here. It's been a little bit of a minute there before we had any progress, so I was starting to be like, uh-oh. All right. We have a lot of pieces left here. I don't know if any of them are going to be quote-unquote easy anymore. That might be... Hell yeah. That went there. The blue of the pauldrons I can kind of figure out. So if I see any more blue, I can at least try to place those places. Or figure that out. So I can go through the blue that we have here in a bit. Alright, so this... There's a little bit of card art here. Do you go here? You do go there. Hell yeah, you go there. Now what goes here? What goes next to you? If we were looking at the hand here, this is the hand. So, because of the energy, this is going to be, and then it goes over the pauldron. So, there's a piece that goes there that I don't think we've seen. And I don't know where this goes. I think this is part of a pauldron, but I can't really tell off the top of my head just from glancing at it. Same with this piece. Something going on there. No. Oh, this has a little bit of writing on it. So I can look for where there is card text and the little bit of writing could be popping out of it. I think that says EG, so I think this is the thing, and it's a red frame. So it's like not there. Is it over here? Like, is it this? It is that. Fuck yeah, it is. Okay. So Discord has a new CEO. He is from Activision Blizzard and King, an executive there. Humam, which I'm probably pronouncing wrong, and I apologize. Shakini has been named the new CEO of Discord. Apparently this is a move for, reportedly this is a move for them to begin the process of going public, which means that I can't wait to find out what alternative to Discord people are using to move there, because that sounds like a bad idea. Going public with Discord feels like a great way for people who haven't been paying attention to Discord to suddenly be like, wait, what the fuck happens over there? So that just seems like a disaster waiting to happen. My opinion, maybe it'll be great. Maybe it'll be great for users the world over, having it go public and having shareholders and having to have growth. And what does growth mean for Discord? Does it mean more finding new ways to monetize or strip out things they already do and put them behind Nitro? And I don't know. I'm saying this. I don't know. I don't know what you do to make more money with Discord. I don't know. I do know that people like using it. And so you do have an install base of people that use it consistently. But I don't quite know what that means in terms of like what changes you make with it. Oh, that goes there. Great, great, great. And this should kind of be a fadey thing there. So yeah, I'm kind of at a loss. I'll just 99 cents per GIF posted. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you suddenly try to. So theoretically, you offer more for people to incentivize people getting into Nitro. So the paid stuff. So you want to have new stuff. What you hopefully don't have is stripping out stuff that people have already used and putting that and like doing a restructure or anything like that, because that just kills the momentum and makes people not want to use your platform. Will we start seeing ads? And if you don't want ads, you gotta like you gotta boost the server. Otherwise, ad video, we'll put ads in, that kind of shit. Oh, we got one of the headpieces done here. Got one more headpiece to put in. That'll feel good when I get that headpiece in. I don't quite know. I am speculating, which I don't love doing, about what could go there, but this is, got some pieces left here to figure out. I think this is going to be a lot of the chest area here, so how these go together, I don't know. But I'm not sure here. All right. I do need to figure out that headpiece. And then we got all the coat to figure out. It's not gonna go there. We got this little bit of text here. It's like something covering card, which we have plenty of. So it's like that go there. Does that go? Ooh, that might go there. This might be right. That does seem correct. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe that doesn't seem correct. Maybe that just looks right. I don't feel good about that piece. It didn't snap in a way that made me go, oh yeah, that's right. So I think I'm going to wait on that one. Let's see. The co-founder and long-serving CEO, Jason Citron, is going to be on the board of directors, and he's being an advisor to the CEO, so he's not leaving yet. That generally means that he's leaving soon. But he's just not leaving because it would make people feel real weirded out if one of the co-founders suddenly just stepped down as CEO and then disappeared. So he's on as an advisor. And you imagine eventually he's just not there anymore. And people don't really notice as much. That's often how these things go. I'm looking for like an arrowhead, this kind of arrowhead shape here. There's a piece that goes there. I'm trying to find that piece. And then there's a sharp corner. That's not right. Yeah, so right now I'm just kind of like looking for a couple shapes just to make some easy maneuvers here. And then we'll start. Once we get down to a certain number of these, then I could just start like big picturing them and being like, okay, well, this has to go over here and this has to go there. Like this doesn't fit there. It doesn't fit there either. Just looking at all of the ones that kind of have these thing that I will describe as an arrowhead. And then seeing if any of them fit in the 2 spots that I see that have arrowhead shapes. Let's see. Anything else with this? Yep. Let's see. Okay, so that's not going to go there. That's not going to go there. Let's see if I can find another one of these. There's an arrowhead there. I'll go there. Looks like they got a bunch of these with arrowheads. Arrowhead shaped things. No, none need to go there. Yeah, I think right now I have too many puzzle pieces that we haven't figured out where they go to just be like willy-nilly about just, you know, getting too caught up in trying to finish one of these spots. I kind of just have to vibe with it a little bit. Like, does this go there? Kind of looks like it does. Kind of fits. A bunch of pieces have kind of fit in that hole, so I'm kind of like nervous about that. I don't like it. I want to try to find this piece or something before I build off of it. I'm going to leave this right here for now because I don't think this is right, but it might be right. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. What about you? You don't go there because that don't make no sense. Oh, that goes there, though. Fuck yeah. These blue pieces. You don't go like that, but do you go like this? You do. Great. Another blue piece. Figure it out. So then, does you go? You don't go like that. No. You don't go like that. Swirling blue. Try to see if I can figure it out at all. Can't. All right. What about you? No. Oh, there it goes. There it is. Hell yeah, that one right there. Nice. Nice. If you are a $10 patron out there, make sure that you go to my Patreon page and vote on what you want me to start when I'm done with this, because I think I'm going to finish this on Saturday. Like that's my thought, is that between tonight and by the end of Saturday, I will have completed this jigsaw puzzle. I mean, who knows for sure, but that's the vibe I'm getting. So I did run a poll for $10 patrons to vote on what I should do next. And so I would like those $10 patrons to go vote and make their voices heard. And then go there. That does go there, though. All right, I'm having some pretty good luck with these pauldrons. Our shoulder friends here, so that's good. That's something. What about you? Yeah, you go there. Fuck yeah, that was part of the Sky Summoner. Awesome. Love that. Nope, you don't go there. Thought you might go there. Got this clear. No. Oh, do you go? Yeah. You go there. Hell yeah. All right, I need a little bit more of the hand here. I would love to finish one of these arms. That'd be great. Over here, look at this. Let's see, there's anything else news-wise? Oh, this is a new thing. Steam always adding new stuff. You know, there have been some years where it's been a little dry on features, but Steam does have dedicated people that are working on improvements. And soon, you will be able to search. You know, the search functionality is sometimes good, sometimes bad. But a bonus to that. Okay, yeah, so that, I think that goes there. I want to say that goes there because it didn't really fit there, but it seems to fit that better. I don't know. I don't know if that's right. That looks right though. But yeah, pretty soon you're going to be able to start searching by accessibility features. So developers can start doing that right now, and then it'll come out soon. That's going to be on the store and the desktop client. You can search titles for specific accessibility options like narrated game menus, subtitle options, chat speech to text, camera comfort, color alternatives, and more. And then Valve obviously can't, or it can. Valve right now isn't demanding that developers do this, but they are encouraging them to include that information, and that's nice. I think that's great. And then people, you know, can, oh, there we go, that goes there. People can make their voices heard to encourage their favorite developer to include that information on their Steam page within Steamworks. You know, like people can make their voices heard to try to get widespread support of that kind of a thing, which would, you know, be nice. Oh, that goes like that. It's part of our one of our pauldrons. No, in there. So yeah, I just thought that was neat, and I wanted to share. Kind of look for this piece here, this bump piece. I wonder if I can find that. We have, this piece has a little bit of what appears to be like a tiny bit of card art, and I don't know where that goes. It could go here. It does go there, because there was a little bit of card art missing. If your game has accessibility features, you can now enter that information in the Steamworks Edit Store section of your app, or for your app, says Valve. Later in the year, once we've given developers time to work on it from their end, we'll start sharing the resulting information with players in the Steam Store and the desktop client. Yeah, so that information will be available to look at later this year. And of course, it's not required, but they're hoping that people do it. That's cool shit. I liked reading that. I thought that was neat. Let's see. Okay. I'm not going to go deep on Switch 2 stuff because there's so much going on in the world that it does feel weird to be like, it was an annoying thing for a lot of people. Some people that wanted to spend a lot of money on the Switch 2 did not end up having the opportunity to pre-order it or running into issues. I have heard from more than one person that I know that had a good time, that had good luck going into a physical GameStop to pre-order in the Bay Area. Ran into some luck that way. And then plenty of people I know that eventually did get one doing various sites, and then shenanigans happened where I had a friend who's placed an order which got canceled within minutes and then kicked out of sites, and sites not loading and all kinds of things. And of course we saw people who were putting up obviously scalpers are going to scalp. They're going to put those things up on eBay and all of that. Resist. You know, you might not have the pre-order, but that does not mean that you need to give someone hundreds of dollars for just being a little faster on a website and having luck. Lazarus says, honestly, the video card hunt earlier this year was way worse. Oh, for sure. I am not saying this was terrible. And also, this is not on Nintendo. This is on the way. Well, there could be a better way. There could be a better system for pre-ordering. I think that's fair to say that everyone could do a better job with it. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, if they're ever actually going to implement a lottery system with a deposit or anything like that. But it is frustrating that people were having such bad luck that did want to pre-order. Part of me did enjoy the folks that were on social media today being like, I thought you people were going to, like, put your money where your mouth is. And I thought no one was going to do this to show Nintendo that blah, blah, blah. And it was like, nah, it was going to be a nightmare and people were going to pre-order it. Like, in some instances, the internet is the realest thing that's ever existed. And in other ways, the internet is not real. The internet is nothing. But, in this case, it always felt like, oh, no. Because I definitely saw people being like, oh, it's going to be so easy to pre-order. You're not going to have any problems going to a website and pre-order. You won't even have to get the Mario Kart version. You'll just be able to get whatever. And it was like, no, that's not the case. Yeah, and it was like different stories of like how many were being allocated. Lord Crash says, I got lucky. One pre-ordered at Best Buy, though my bank tried to lock my card to stop it. Yes, I did hear people that had that issue where because they were making a very large purchase at 1 a.m. or midnight or even 10 p.m. or 9 p.m., depending on where you are in the United States, that people were running into issues where the banks were just like, nah, this doesn't seem right. Something seems fucked up here, man. I don't know, dude. This seems shady as shit. What are y'all up to? Oh, that goes there. Great. But yeah, it seemed like there were a number of technical hurdles to overcome still. Like that one email in Jeff's podcast this week about how Nintendo might have to go third party because the Steam Deck clones will take over the market. Yeah, I know, right? Like, no, that I don't want to get into that email. Jeff picks emails where he can have a conversation about the thing, right? He can have a talk about the thing, right? So Jeff often picks emails from people that are saying things that if I got an email with that, I would say, where are you living right now? You seem like an alien. But then Jeff will like try to actually answer this person's question or use it as a jumping off point for discussion because he is the host of a podcast and he suffers fools in order to have discussion and content. And I do not suffer fools. I suffer no fools. I am not at the level of success where I must suffer some foolishness. Last person, I thought you were sure about getting a Switch 2, so I only tried to go for Walmart where they don't charge until it ships, but my bank freaked out and locked my card. Ended up sleeping through GameStop's pre-order this morning, so oh well. Yeah, Lashbrook, yeah, if you're on the fence about it, then you can wait and see what happens and see if pre-orders open up somewhere. You happen to see Wario64 talking about how there's another batch of pre-orders at this site, and you're like, oh, shit, well, I guess I'll do it. I don't know. Like, yeah, you know, stuff like that. John says, I got my Walmart pre-order and it went through pretty smoothly. Hell yeah, great to hear that, John. Also, hi, John. And Lord Crashton says, I got my first email on Jeff's show this week that was with that Tetris question. Hell yeah, Lord Crashton, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not pulling the curtain back on anything here, but like, Jeff is doing a podcast about video games and video game news and the world of that. And so sometimes he is getting questions. Ooh, this goes like that. Okay. I don't know where this goes, but those two go together. And sometimes, yeah, he's getting the state of the world. And sometimes he gets people who ask questions that are like, where I just go, what are you fucking talking about? And he'll be like, huh, okay, well, no. And here's some reasons why I'm saying no to what you just said. Whereas I would be like, I'm not going to read this question because this is a nightmare. Like, this question feels like it was written by a person that an actual honest answer to that question will not serve them in any way, shape, or form because they are not ready for the answer. Oh, hell yeah. Look at that. 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 We got a face right here. He'll certainly talk highly of the Steam Deck, or the Stream Deck. Steam Deck, but he's not under false assumptions that it's taken over the market just because he liked it better than the Switch. Yeah. Like, that's like, yeah, people that see, well, people are obsessed with numbers that support their own conclusions. And then when they don't have those numbers to support their own conclusions, they just say like, oh, well, I don't know. I've never looked at the data. It's like, no, you've looked for the data to support your argument. You've never found the data to support your argument. So you just jump to whatever conclusion you have. Because if that data existed, you would certainly shout it from the rooftops. And I get it. I understand that. Somebody the other day tried to tell me that, the reason why there's an exclusive Switch 2, because there is an exclusive Switch 2 that's cheaper than other Switches because it's going to be region locked, is because Japan has fallen out of love with handhelds. Because because the Steam Deck was at TGS. And that was their justification for thinking that Japan isn't, like, the idea was, they're doing a cheaper Switch that's region locked because they're afraid they're not going to sell a Switch 2 in Japan. It's like, no, that's not why they're doing that. If they didn't think they would be able to sell a Switch 2 in Japan, they wouldn't sell Switch 2s in Japan. They're doing it because they know that they need to have a cheaper option in Japan because they want to sell multiple Switches in a household in Japan. It's like, no. It's like, what? No. Being at TGS does not mean that the Steam Deck is taking over in Japan. Like, are there PC gamers in Japan? Yes. Are they laptop users and Steam Deck owners? Yes. That is a thing that is existing now. That there's always been a small PC market in Japan for generally for Dojin games, and we don't call it the independent scene in Japan, but that's what it always was. But like, there has been a market. It's been very small and it's been very niche. And also, the Japanese PC market in Japan, the PC owners in Japan, buy visual novels. The end. So it wasn't like they weren't spending $60 or $70 on Assassin's Creed on the PC. They were buying sometimes idle games, but mostly they were buying like visual novel games. They were buying Fates games or Danganronpa or whatever. That's kind of where that market has always been. Just like, no, it's not. Lord Crashing wants me the dance button, which I will in just a second. Nintendo just wants to stop imports to take advantage of weaker currency. Well, yeah, conversion. So by having a Japanese version that is exclusive, that is at a cheaper price, the cheaper price was the point. The exclusive is so that it won't become an export and people in Japan will be able to buy the cheaper Switch. So that's generally what it is. I'm going to hit the dance button now. Here's the dance button. Bow, bow. Bow, bow. I am looking for a small piece that goes here. I would love to find this piece. I don't know where this piece is, but it's tiny. It's tiny, and I would love to find it. It's got a little bit of the... It's like this. This is not the right piece, but it's this size of a piece about. So I would like to find that piece because then, because I right now we're trying to like narrow cast. Haha. We're trying to like get in here and see what's up. Like I've kind of just been finding them as I go, but I would like to get that done because that way this whole area would be done. I just have like this section. That would be nice. If I'm looking at the here, it is part of a hand or arm, but also some of it is not an arm. Some of it is the card art here. So I can find a little bit that is, if I find any of these pieces that have a little bit of pink in them, it's like it's not this piece, but it's kind of this piece. But I don't see the piece that goes there, which is not great because I would like to find that piece. I'm looking for a piece that has like a little bit of pink. Oh, is this the piece? It is. I found it. Seems like Mexico's Switch 2 price is higher than the US because they get their supplies from North America and the US with some extra tax stuff tacked on for fun. Yes, that's what it seems like. Again, who knows? Who knows how any of this is going to shake out? We don't fucking know. But yes, it seems like Mexico is going to be having issues because of the ongoing. But yeah. But I'm happy for everybody that managed to get pre-orders. That's not me. I'm working on other things with money. Does that go there? This looks like it should go here. But it doesn't go there because that doesn't line up like that. But it's one of those things where I'm like, this looks like it should work and it doesn't. And I'm like, well, fuck you. You looked right. You don't go there. We got a little more of the kind of cloudy thing here. So it's like, does that go there? No. Does it go there? That goes there, though. Hell yeah. All right. Oh, then do you go here? You go there. All right. Hell yeah. Feeling pretty good about this. We'll take a pause for the cause in a moment or two. I'll talk about ways you can support the channel and all that, and then we'll dig back into this, and then we'll do a wrap up of 4 anime shows that I've been watching, kind of like 2 to 3 to 4 line conversations about those episodes. I'm gonna wait on talking about what was the show on? Oh yeah. Rock is the Lady's Modesty. I'll talk about Rock is the Lady's Modesty, the latest episode of that, or the last episode, and then this week's episode, I'll do a twofer on Saturday. Because I was like, I'll just do that then. All right, now it's kind of just like feeling it out, trying to find the pieces that I'm looking for. Like this piece, I was like, oh, that could be right, but it's not. It's not quite right. So now I'm like, okay, well. Does that go here then? No, but it looked like it might. So then we move on. I would like to try to find more of the face here. Not that. I'm glad we found this piece. That piece I really wanted to find. Not that. Not that. Not that either. Nope. This is probably part of the coat. I could also switch and start going somewhere else and just give up that spot for now and try to figure it out later. But if I can figure this out now, I'd like to. Aha! Ha ha ha. Hell yeah. Love that for me. The thing is right now is I can see the end of the puzzle in sight because there's only so many pieces left. And as we put every piece we put in obviously reduces the number of pieces we have, but it just like makes it easier to find the next piece. It just makes the whole thing just like start to unravel a little bit. If that makes any sense. Because then you're just starting to like, then we're just filling things in, and then there's only so many options, and so, well, this has to go there, because there's only so many places this could go. Stuff like that. Like, we need a 3-prong that goes here. So it's like, okay, well, I can start looking at all of the 3-prong that I have, and, like, is it this piece? No. But it could have been this piece. I can just start going through all of the pieces I have here. Like, it might be a 4-prong, but at least it's a 3-prong. I can start looking at that. Like this. It's not this, but it could be this. Because it does have to have hook here, hook here, hook here. So, like, I do need to have a 3-prong that will fit in there. I can just start going through that. And then I can give up that for a little while and be like, okay, let's try to find this piece, or let's try to find this piece, you know, like, and see if I can do that. And I think that's kind of where I'm at here. Kind of just building off where I can. Like this, oh, that goes there. Like, okay, that goes there. Like, great. Good to know. That doesn't go there. And go there. Nope. 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 All right, I can't find that piece yet. But I will at some point. At some point, I'm going to find the piece that goes there, and it's going to feel real good. It's like, do I have a thing where the sharp edge goes anywhere that I can see right off the bat? No. But I can try to find this piece, because it's got the little pointy, like here. It's not that, but it could be. Something like that. So I can look for that. The jagged arrow piece. That also should have some white in it, because that's where the jacket is coming up. But I don't know. Nope, don't know. All right. Let's take a breather here. We'll take a pause for the cause. I'll talk about ways that you can support the channel if you were so inclined to do that. And then we'll get into talking about some anime while I try to find the pieces I need to make this work. And I got to stop looking at these pieces because that's not good for me. So we'll take a brief pause here. Oh, I should also just really quickly make sure. Okay, yeah, there are no puzzle pieces left in the box. All the puzzle pieces I have left are here on there, and that's important to know as well. But this is my opportunity to talk to you about ways you can support the channel. Everything I'm about to tell you here is completely optional. You are under no obligation to do any of these things. If you would like to help me out, I would love it. I'll get through this pretty quickly so we can get back to puzzle solving here. If you are currently a subscriber to the Baer Workshop, why don't you throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the tier 2 blue emote in the chat. Let the people know that you are a subscriber. We are currently at 25 subscribers out of 40. If you want to become a subscriber, you don't want to see ad breaks during the stream, you don't want to see pre-roll ads, you want some cool emotes, you want to help me out financially, you could become a subscriber, cash money, your Prime Gaming token. You could be like Umjan and gift a sub. We only had one gifted sub this month so far. If you want to get in on the action and gift a sub and join the gift sub leaderboard, you could do that. Or you could throw some bits at me and become part of the cheerleader board. That's another way to support me. Again, you don't have to, but if you want to, you could. I have a Patreon at patreon.com/PatBear. Over on my Patreon, there's a $1, $3, $5, and $10 tier. There are different rewards for different tiers. Consider joining me on Patreon. Reminder that my $10 patrons, right now, they can vote on what I start when this is done, which I think is going to happen during Saturday's stream, because we're getting there. Right now, there's a small little fun Lego set, a model kit from the previous Gundam series from Requiem for Vengeance, and a old model kit that has a very cool name that the only photo I could find of it, good photo I could find of online, someone clearly blacked out like in Photoshop, and you can see particle effects on the scan of, I think they scanned the manual and then like whited it out. It's very odd, but it's got a scythe, and I would like to build that kit at some point. But yeah, if you're a $10 patron, go vote, please. Please, please, please. There are other ways to support me financially. As I've said, I have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/PatBear. Over on my YouTube channel, if you wanted to, you could become a subscriber for free, or you can become a member, and for just $2 a month, you get my Wednesday videos on Tuesday. So the video that I posted yesterday, you would have already seen on Tuesday. And you'd be like, that's old hat, Pat. Come on. Where's the new stuff? And, you know, so you check that out. Those are monthly ways to support me. If you would like to help me out just once in a while, I have a Ko-Fi and a PayPal, and you could support me with one of those if you wanted to. Everything I make through direct donations, through YouTube, which includes AdSense, so watching my videos helps me out, through Patreon and through Twitch, all goes into a fund. And from that fund, I pull money out to buy model kits and Lego sets. Like I said, there's a poll up right now for my $10 patrons. That's all stuff from my backlog. What I'm building right now, this puzzle that I'm working on, jigsaw puzzle, was purchased by Chris. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate you. Chris bought this off my Amazon wish list. Now, if you would like to buy something for me to build or assemble, you could do that. And it'll jump the queue just like this jigsaw puzzle did, and it'll be the next thing I work on. So you could do that if you wanted to. Over on my Amazon wish list, I got model kits and Lego sets, inexpensive kits, very expensive kits, all kinds of things and things. See if there's something on that list you'd love to see me put together, like, what if I bought you bought me a Lego donut truck, which is like a food truck with a big donut on the top? You could buy that, and I'll build that on stream. You won't be able to stop me from building it. Or I don't know, any kind of things like model kits of new stuff. They're right now, none of the new Gundam series. None of those kits are available on Amazon. I don't think. Maybe they are. But a new kit from Gundam Seed Freedom, the movie, the Gundam Seed movie, just went up there. So I added that to the wish list recently. It's a Zagok with cool extra parts. See if there's something there you'd like to see me build. Again, dedicated video, jump the queue, next thing I'll work on. My alternative to Amazon, because it's nice to have alternatives, is a throne. I have a wish list on throne. Check that out. And if you want to support me financially the most convoluted way possible, if you are like, Pat, I would like to help you, but it's got to be take a lot of steps and be wild. Well, go to USA Gundam Store. Buy a gift card there. They will send you an email with a gift card code. Then you got to send that gift card code to me, a whisper on Twitch, a DM on Twitter, or Blue Sky or Mastodon, whatever you want to do. You could do that if you wanted to, and it'll be nice, but you don't have to. And then I will use that gift card code to buy something from USA Gundam Store. Again, those are all the ways to support me financially. If you want to just hang out in my Discord, you could hang out in my Discord. Here's the invite to my Discord. It's a cool place. We'd love to have you there on the Discord if you're looking to hang out. So you can come check that out. Oh, good. My camera stopped focusing and is now focusing again. So that's good. We're winning. We're winning the fight, everybody. A couple video links to check out. I will have a new episode of Pat Bear's Anime Club up on Monday, but the most current one is me talking about all the isekai that is out this season. There's a bit of an addendum to that video, which is just that a movie that came out in Japan for Overlord is now out on Crunchyroll for English dub. So I could have said that got released. I didn't know it was going to get released this month or this season. So maybe that's an addendum. I don't know. It is and it isn't part of this season, I guess. And then Kuma Baer is my weekly anime recommendation series where every week I recommend an anime with a theme for every month. This month's theme has been my favorite shows from the winter 2025 season. So I talked about From Bureaucrat to Villainous, Dad's Been Reincarnated. And I am pleasantly surprised about how many views that video got and how much positive feedback I gotten for talking about that video. And then someone even said, like, oh, you know, my favorite part of that show is the part where his family is watching him do the game. And I was like, yeah, I didn't even get to that because I only have a minute. If you're looking for a different off the beaten path isekai, a fun spin on the otome, the dating game genre, or the villainous genre, check that one out from last season. It's real fun. Obviously, this season, chock full of fucking anime. There's so much good anime this season. I'm not even watching everything that I want to watch. A show that started late in the season just came out that I'm like, ooh, I really want to watch this because I'm not watching a lot of girls doing things shows. I'm watching one, which we'll talk about tonight, or we'll talk about on Saturday, but like, damn, I probably want to watch that. I am thinking about maybe dropping Once Upon a Witch's Death to watch something a little more fun, but it's really good. And then there's also the show the show about the hotel that exists after the apocalypse. And I'm like, ooh, I kind of want to watch that one. I hear that one is like fucked up, but also really good. I'm like, there's so much good anime this season. Maybe next season will be crap and I'll watch a bunch of stuff that came out last season. I don't know. Anyway, we do need to talk about some anime. I'm going to do like 3 to 4 lines about each show. In order to do that, I do need to dramatically transition back to the overhead camera. I need to drink some water. And then then we'll get into it. So we'll do all of that right now. Wow, I love looking at OBS here and seeing the progress I made. Hold on. I'm sweating right now. My apologies. I know that's not pleasant, but it is unfortunately necessary because, oh boy, it is warm in this room. I am drenched right now with with sweat. I'm not even going to try to say that. I don't know why. It wasn't coming out of my mouth. Perspiration. All right. So I'm going to pick like a piece that I want to fill in. Like I want to find this piece. So I'm going to do my best to find this piece while I talk about 4 anime episodes. Again, probably just giving the very condensed version of this. It's not this piece, but it could be. So I'm going to look for everything that has like an arrowhead kind of piece and try all of them. Any kind of poker piece here. Because I would like to... I'm just now becoming incredibly obsessed with finding that. So we'll put them there. Once I find one that could fit there and doesn't, it goes over here. Is this too soon to be doing this? Should I be working on just like looking at all the pieces and trying to use my incredible brain to figure out where things go? Yeah, but right now I'm kind of just seeing what's up. Trying to see if I can figure it out. Nope. Yeah, I'm just looking. Nope. Nope, that doesn't go there. All right. Once Upon a Witch's Death. Episode 4. This is another one where Meg is dealing with her friend. Reminder, this is about a girl who on her 17th birthday finds out she's going to be dead at 18 from a curse. She needs to collect tears or emotions, but tears are kind of the easiest ones, are the most powerful ones. And if she collects enough, then she will be able to defeat the curse and she will not die at 18. This is a show where usually it's 2 to 3 little mini stories. It is a device created in order to tell these stories. And I think it is, as far as plot devices go, it's a pretty good one because she has to constantly be meeting people. Oh, I found it. I found the piece I needed. Hell yeah. She has to constantly be meeting people because if she stops meeting people, she won't be able to collect the tears. So it's just a way to have her have miscellaneous adventures and build that out, which I think works pretty well. All right, so now I'm looking for a piece that would fit in there. And so we can go through all this again. Something like that, but thinner. Go through. Try to find it. Nope. Nope. So with this episode, girl who doesn't like her eyes, apparently no one in town calls Meg, they just call Meg, Faust, her master's assistant, and she doesn't have like a witch's nickname, and it's like, why don't you have any goals? Why aren't you trying to do anything? Why are you so happy just to be someone's assistant? And it's an episode, so a good chunk of this episode was focusing on Meg instead of focusing on other people's problems, and that was kind of refreshing. I don't know if it needed to be episode 4, but it was kind of cool. It's a lot about Meg and Sophie maybe learning for each other. Turns out Sophie tries to adjust Meg's or Faust's spell in order to quote unquote help more people, and of course that doesn't go great. But it ends up helping out that Meg has to help out the townspeople, but because they don't see spirits, they just think she just did a really cool thing. So it's a big dramatic moment where Meg has to like fix Sophie's mistake, and in the process, everyone's happy, and then Sophie is happy because everyone is happy, and now Meg may have made her first friend ever. And then I get this, that goes right there, and I get this sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach that goes, oh no, oh, she just made a friend for the first time. Oh boy, that could go bad. All right, following these lines here, we're doing pretty good on that. There are other lines on the coat, but we're just kind of following the coat lines here on this thing here. I can now that I've gotten all the pieces down to this piece, I can kind of just put the map up there, or our guide here, our key, and kind of just place pieces as I see fit. I do need to find this. I can go back to trying to find that piece, because now there are less pieces for it to be. So that was that episode. I thought that was pretty fucking solid. Let's see. Episode 3 of Lazarus, which aired on Sunday. It aired on Easter Sunday. This continues to be... I've said this before. I will continue to say it. This show is high on vibes, and I think that's pretty cool. It is not like my favorite show of the season, but I do think that it's got it might be the coolest show of the season, if not the best show. I'll go there. No, let's go there. Okay. That wouldn't go here. No. Let's see. Oh, is this one? That's the piece that went there. Hell yeah. All right. So now I can find a sharp edge piece that is not, it looks like this, but it is not that piece, but it looks like that. Oh, also, I guess I could zoom in a little bit more now. Kind of do like this. Because all we have left is just this here, so I can zoom in a little bit. Oh, well, let's do that. This episode of Lazarus, so they found out, like, hey, we can't track Dr. Skinner because of the technology he's using to digitally alter people's faces, like to look like him. So now we're stuck, and so they're kind of trying to figure out, like, well, what can we do? They're at a bit of a stalemate there. All right, so I'm looking for a sharp edge piece like this that isn't this piece, but is similar in sharpness, that also kind of fits in with these color schemes here. We're looking for that. We'll see if we can find that while I talk a little bit about Lazarus. Oh, is it this piece? It is. It's this piece. Hell yeah. Okay. We found that. Any weird shapes that I can now find here? I wouldn't mind trying to find this, because there might be a little piece of a red card or text here that fits there. Let me look and see if any of these pieces have text on the edge of them. It might just be pure black here and just cuts that off. Let me look at the guide. 3-2 D. No, okay, so that isn't there. This is going to be black here. It's not going to be that, but there might be more of this line on the pauldrons. So if I can, or not the gloves, not the pauldrons, the gauntlets. That's the word I was looking for. There might be a line of the gauntlet, like not this line, but like more of this kind of slightly pinkish line. I don't know. Look at this. It's not that. Something. Let's see. So they're trying to figure out the hackers that are helping him and maybe catch them to get to Skinner. They go to his house, disguised as cleaners. They find Klein, who we met previously. Apparently, Skinner once talked about how his grandmother made excellent baklava, and she lived in Istanbul, which could either be a great clue or he was being lied to even years ago. It's like one of those things you're like, oh. So they're going to try to find her. There's a mob. There's a bunch of people out there. There's a big misunderstanding with a bunch of locals and them, and it's a fun scene. I'm not going to go super deep into it, but it is a fun scene. All right, I'm looking for like a bump piece maybe that goes there, or this piece. Is this piece that does go there because it was part of the gauntlet? Hell yeah, I got that piece done. That's good. That's excellent. Okay. That's not right. Like I don't know. I don't know how that piece goes. Maybe I should not worry about that piece and work on more of this. I don't know. Because there's this, and then there's going to be a smaller, lighter one that goes this way. I don't know. It doesn't go there. Okay. Wait, does this go here? No. No. No, none of these go there. So they find Belinda, and they're gonna have some baklava, and so now they're talking to Dr. Skinner's grandmother. and how his parents died and she raised him. And then once he became like famous as a neuroscientist, they haven't really kept up. They haven't really, you know, talked much. Which it's like, oh, okay. So is this a dead end? Ooh, that goes there. Hell yeah. I was like, is this a dead end? We're not quite sure about that. And so they're like, well, they make a leap of logic that I don't know if it's going to pan out right. Oh, that goes there. Hell yeah. But they make a leap of logic that like, well, he'd try to protect her, right? Because she raised him. And so Axel starts like looking around and finds a hidden camera. And it's just like, hey, I'm coming for you. And then the episode ends with one of the hackers falling for the bait that Elaine put out there. So we're approaching it from a couple different angles. Istanbul, look, I don't know, you know, like if it was accurate or not, but the Istanbul scenes looked cool. And there wasn't a lot of action in this one other than the whole mob fight thing, but it was like fast paced and fun. And so I'll take it. Again, is this show my favorite of the shows this season? Not really, but is it fucking cool as hell? Hell yeah, it is. It's fucking super cool. All right, so now we're gonna look for pieces that follow this. Like here, like this is not the right one there, but that goes here. Because this is just something I can figure out. So if I can figure it out, I'm gonna do it. This is not the right piece here, but it might be the right piece here. That is, that's correct here, which would make this probably correct this way. Nope, that's not right. So that must go here. No. Huh. All right, well, I don't know where that one goes right now, but this is right. I know that's right. Oh, is that right here? Okay, good. It's this piece. All right, so now we got to figure out where this one is. That must be here. Look at this. Look at it. We're figuring it out. We're making it happen. Yeah. More of that stuff there. Okay. This might be not there. Not there. I don't know where this is, where this goes. This could, oh, it goes like there. Great, okay. All right, I'm going to try to find that piece. I still also need to find that piece. While I am now looking for pieces here, let's talk about episode 3 of the new Mobile Suit Gundam, which is overall, I'm really starting to dig. I'm like racking my brain, be like, is that a reference? So that's not a great place to be at watching a show, trying to like piece together all of the references that are in there and trying to figure out if that's like a new thing or if this is like a deep cut from the original or whatever. So like that's not like the best place to be, but that is where I'm at. Okay, that goes there. We're following these lines here, this line and this line. I'm just looking for any of these pieces that have lines in them. I don't see that anymore, so. Oh, this is a line here, so. Gonna go like that. Yeah, that goes there. Excellent. So this Amate, now we're dealing with Amate and the fact that she had this kind of vision with the Psychomu system. And now, you know, dealing with the fact that she now has a Gundam with a cool power system that listens to her and wants her to be the main pilot, which is weird and wild. She joins the Pomeranians under the name Machu. So she is now joining in the illegal battle realm thing, the mobile suit fights, because now she has a stolen. She has a stolen from her that was also stolen from someone else mobile suit, which is it's pretty fucking cool. I don't know, that's pretty neat. All right, so is this part of gear? What do you look like? Where do you think you go? Are you part of the hand? Yes, you're over here. You're part of the sleeve, I should say. No, not yet. Oh, you're not there. Yeah, so she's gonna then she runs into Suji Ito, the red Gundam pilot that we saw like in the first episode. And they agree they're gonna work together in the next clan battle. Side 6 interrogates Javier, and that is some rough scenes in that interrogation. And then that causes a reaction where the colony is attacked to get him freed. We then get to see the clan battle, and this is the most like this show has felt like maybe like a hint or a touch of Witcher Mercury, and that it's just like our girl just trying to figure some stuff out as she goes, because she's having a rough time kind of figuring out how the battles work. But then, hey, guess what? Because of working in this system, her new type abilities have started to awaken. And so she's starting to get some situational awareness, and like time slows down and that kind of thing and thing. She's starting to like, use the force or whatever you want to say. But yeah, she's starting to like be a fucking new type. And now she can kind of coordinate with Suji, and they win. And then the newly freed Javier and his compatriot they're watching because this battle is being streamed, and they're watching and they're just like, "Hey, shit! Those are those Gundams. What?" So I'm sure that will not cause any troubles to happen. No problems ahead for our Gundam series. Like, our new type will have no issues with the fact that they know where the Gundams are, or they don't know where they know at least somewhat where the Gundams are, I should say. Yeah, this show is picking up. I like the episode quite a bit. I'm digging the series. Like, I don't know what else really to say. It's like, it's a good one of those. It's a good Gundam so far. And I am now starting to like the designs. I didn't like the designs at first. I don't know how I'll like building those kits whenever the fuck they become at a price where I can get them, or available enough where I can get them and build them. I have no idea how I'm going to feel about these mobile suits, but I am starting to not dislike the design of them. I think I am slowly coming around on them, which is something. All right, and then finally, a show that USA Gundam Store sent me an email saying they got them in stock today. Yeah, I'm looking to see like where my money's at and where I can get, like, when I can start getting some of these things, because I would like to build something from this series soon while people are amped about the series. Like, to be honest, like, I would like to, I'm going to be building I have in my collection now, in my backlog, 2 kits from the last Gundam series, which feels like a weird. They did come out late, to be fair to me. Those kits came out pretty late, but and it is interesting to own model kits where the boxes say you know, on Netflix now, which is just a weird thing to look at. But like, ship sailed on that show. It's weird for me to like now have them like, but whatever. There'll be some people that still are interested. I'm not saying they won't be. That's not that piece. Does this go, you know? Do you go here? Or like here? You do go like that. Hell yeah, you do. There's the arm. Great. I'm personally going to wait for the real grade. There are too many stickers in the high grade for me. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind a lot of stickers. You know, like, look, do I love stickers? No, but I'll complain about them, but I'll still do them. I'll still do them on stream. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to be looking for the high grade. Like, I'm going to be, you know, hunting for the red Gundam and the GQuuuuuX as well. I'll try to find them and be able to talk about the, you know, build them on stream and all that. But so if I should wrap up this anime talk by talking about Catch Me at the Ballpark, episode 4. I loved episode 3 so much because of the Sunshiro, the mascot. That was such a good episode. You know, it was one of those where I was like, well, if this episode is anything like that episode, I'm gonna love it. And there was some stuff that was good. Now we've heard his voice throughout. Now we finally get to learn a little bit about the announcer at the ballpark, Sato, who is just he's been Sato, she teases and has like a little like fun relationship with Ken Noko Girayama, and when she announces the opening lineup, she always like throws a couple jokes in at his expense, and is a thing that people look forward to, and it's just like a fun thing at the ballpark because we're just doing with some like fun coworker stuff. It's just in this case, coworkers are baseball players and the announcer, but she's starting to run out of stuff to say about him, and so she's like, just happens to bump into Ruriko and asks for like some jests. He was like, do you have any advice? And the advice given is just be like, you could, instead of that, you could just like be honest. And then everyone, so she does. And apparently her honest from the heart thing is to reveal that she has a crush on him, which is like, well, yeah. Everybody's just like, yeah, all right, yeah. Everybody kind of rolls with it and like, duh. Like, it's almost a no duh situation where they're just like, yeah, all right, cool. That was a fun little part of the story. Let's see. That's not right. This doesn't fit here. That's what we're doing right now, folks. We are down to the wire on this, where we can just start putting, I can just start going like, is it this piece? No. Okay. Is it this piece? No. Okay. Process of elimination right now. Trying to find the right piece. Somehow it's none of them, which feels impossible. So it's like, uh-oh. How did I try every piece here and none of them fit? It's like, well, what did I do wrong? It's this piece. Great. I just didn't try that one properly. Second story is somebody is really unhappy with Ruriko and has been leaving complaints in the suggestion box. And so the whole episode is her like trying to solve the mystery of like, who the fuck is complaining about me? Who doesn't like me? And so she's just like, she assumes it's one of the regulars that maybe she's been teasing too hard or something. So that's just like a fun little like mini detective story. It doesn't really go anywhere, but I found it to be a cute little part of the show. That's not right. This is gray, so this goes somewhere over here, maybe. I don't know where this goes. I don't have enough information on that yet. Doesn't go there. Nope, that almost went there, but it doesn't. And then the third story is actually still part of the second story. So she kind of gives up, and then she finds out, to talk to the security guard who has been guarding the suggestion box. And it turns out it's not one of her customers that's leaving comments about her. It's all of her customers. Everyone leaves complaints about her. No, sorry, it's not complaints. It's compliments, not complaints. That's right. Yeah. So it's not that. The joke of it is someone hasn't been leaving like one person hasn't been leaving like a bunch of complaints. It's that everyone has been leaving compliments. And she's very popular. And then we finally get another check-in with Murata, who we haven't seen in a while because he's actually not the main character. Ruka is the main character. And he's like, he watches the Motor Sons win because they've been on a winning streak, and he wonders if maybe they're going to win a championship. If they're like, for the first time ever, are they good enough to like win the big one? Which is maybe too much more plot than I would like, but I'll let it slide. This was not the strongest episode because I thought the first story was really fun. I know they have to do a balance between introducing new characters and having storylines about the attractive young lady, Giru, that is ostensibly the main character of the show. I get that, but I don't have to like it. I can prefer the episodes that are not that. So I don't want to go crazy here, but we have 15 minutes left. We're going to finish this. I was kind of joking that I was going to finish this tonight, but we're going to finish this. That doesn't go there. So, it doesn't go there. Doesn't go there either. I don't know where this piece goes yet, but there's only so many pieces left. I want to hear from you, friends, while I get very close to finishing this puzzle. What are you up to? What are you into? What are you working on? What did you do over the weekend, if you want to share with that? You watching anything? You playing anything? You go to the movies? You reading any good books lately? What do you got going on? You watching some anime? What shows are you watching this season? I want to hear from you about that stuff because I like hearing from you about those things. But yeah, let me know what you got going on because it's always fun to hear as I try to figure out this puzzle and solve this puzzle. There's only so many pieces left here. Okay, it is not this piece. Oh, it is that piece. Great. All right. We've got 7 pieces left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pieces left. But yeah, let me know what you got going on. Thank you to everybody that joined me on the stream on Tuesday. My apologies for we had a computer crash, or my computer froze, I should say. It didn't crash, it froze. So my apologies to everyone for that. WW2K25 continues to be pretty damn good and fun for the nonsense. But it is a combination of that game and my computer not liking each other that much that I now have to go back to running the matches ahead of time and recording them, because then if my computer freezes, it'll be okay. But I think it is the streaming out to OBS, through OBS, and also having the game running at the same time seems to be a bad combination. And so I have to change that up, which I don't like at all. I don't love that at all. I don't like that. But that does seem to be what I'm going to have to do in the future. Because I like the spontaneity of being like, oh, well, that didn't work, so let me do this instead. Like, I like having that option. But now I know that if I have a match running and it doesn't end, I can like restart the match, or I can change it, or I can scrap a match and do something else. I have that ability. And then I can also be like, all right, well, I need basically an hour and a half of video for the 2-hour block because I talk in between. So I need like an hour 40 or something like that. And if I have that amount, then we're good and we can move on. All right, we have 3 pieces left. This is fucking wild. I was sure that we would be done here on Saturday. I'm kind of shocked that we're going to be finishing this up tonight. But we are, because we have 2 pieces left. Got 1 piece left. We're done. Oh, that. We're done. It's done. I finished it. Thank you, John. GG's indeed. It's done. You can kind of see the whole thing here. You can see it like that. We'll just play it like that. But it's done. I am now going to quickly do some math here. Hold on 1 second as I revel in my finishing this. I just really want to quickly look and see on some playlist here. So this was the 6th stream of this. I have 5 other streams. So this is 6 streams, 2 hours each stream, give or take an hour and a half to 2 hours each stream. So this was 6. Comparatively, it was 9 streams to do the Artifacts jigsaw puzzle. The Artifacts jigsaw puzzle took me 3 more streams to do. I think one of them was like a half stream. I want to quickly look at it. If I look at the videos in that one. Okay, we finished that. Yes. So let's say that's 8.5 streams. 8.5 streams for that. This was 6 streams because I don't count the one where I was just kind of looking through the thing. So that's wild. That's a wild thing that I finished this in like 2.5 streams faster than my previous best. That is a lot to do with the fact that these borders were a lot easier to do the first time, this time around, and I've gotten, over the course of 2 puzzles, I apparently have gotten better at doing jigsaw puzzles, I think. Probably got better at doing it. Lazarus says, I watched the new episodes of Andor twice over already, and it's truly amazing what Disney is letting them get away with. Cannot wait for the AMCA. Also, I wasn't planning for it, but they shut down the U.S. shipments, so I bought a retro. Oh, they're shutting down the U.S. shipments, so you bought a RetroTink 4K. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's a good. It's like, oh well, I should probably do that. So yeah, you've been playing a bunch of old games. Played a fair bit of Devil May Cry 3 as Virgil for the first time. Nice, that's fun, Lashbrook. If anybody else has anything they want to let me know what they're up to, I'd love to hear it. But yeah, so if you are a $10 patron. If you're watching this right now on the VOD or you're watching this live and you are a $10 patron, please vote on what I should start, because I'm not going to start anything right now. But on Saturday, I begin a new build. So I need to know what that should be. Right now, 1 person has voted. So I will be building, I won't say exactly what it is, but most likely, unless something changes dramatically, because usually what ends up happening is somebody votes for something and other people back that person up, which is very fun and kind. And I break ties if necessary. But there is a kit from Requiem for Vengeance that has been voted on. So you can probably do the math. It's either a Gundam or a Zaku. But one of those is probably winning the poll. Which will be then the next thing that I build. But that, yeah, I thought for sure I was finishing this during Saturday's stream, but we had a really good... I placed like 90-something pieces in this stream. Turns out, once you get the rhythm, once I got like this done and over here, and I started like filling this out, like once you start knocking them out, they like start really working. I felt like I had a really good rhythm here. So regular long talks about anime will resume on Saturday. I'll have to have more things to talk about as I build the model kit. We'll talk about the model kit. It feels like it's been a while since I built a model kit, which is true because I had this and this took, again, 6 streams. Yeah. I feel good about that. I feel good about finishing this up. Lorecraft says, I played a bit of Whisker Squadron Survivor. That is a bit of the Star Fox ass game that is neat and tough. Nice. I've been playing a lot of Hearthstone. I had a bad time with Hearthstone today. I lost like 9-10 games in a row. Real rough afternoon of Hearthstone. But I got like 3 wins in the end. And so I was like, okay. But yeah, a real bad string of losses. But we are done here for the night. I believe this is going to wrap the stream up. I was like, well, we're staying until we finish this because I was so close to being done. And then I finished it because it was like, oh, well, if that goes there, then this goes there. Oh, there's only 3 spots left. Okay. Like, all right. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this while I get ready to close this thing down. A little peek behind the curtain. About 20 minutes before the stream started. So like 8:40 p.m. I'm coming in with my water. I go to sit down and something catches the corner of my eye. And I look over and I realize there's a jigsaw piece on the floor on my carpet. And I don't know when it fell off. It fell off sometime today while I was getting the stream set up, right? I don't know when it happened. But at some point, I dropped one. Now imagine I do the math here. I'm down to like 3 or 4 left. And then I'm just like, where's this piece? And like, I would have found it because it would have been right over here. But I was like freaked the fuck out that I was just not gonna be able to do it. So thankfully I found it. We are going to raid Xandra. Xandra has been on a hiatus from streaming and is back to streaming. So we want to go give some love to Xandra, dear friend of the stream, Xandra, made all my emotes. It is also her wedding anniversary. So she and her wife are playing game together, which is fucking rad and cool. I would love it if you came along on this stream because you're going to love Xandra. You're going to love the whole family. And it's going to be real fun. And it's also close to her affiliate anniversary as well. And that's fun. So let's go hang out with Xandra. Feel free to come along this raid. Come back on Saturday for a model kit or a Lego set. Because I finished this shit. I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.